I'm staring at my wedding mood board when my phone rings. James's name lights up the screen, and I smile. 3 months until I walk down the aisle toward him. Hey, almost done with work? I was thinking we could... My voice trails off as I hear his breathing on the other end. Something isn't right, Davina. His voice sounds hollow, distant. I can't do this. The pen I'm holding slips from my fingers, leaving a thin blue line across the sample invitation. What do you mean you can't do this? The meeting with the caterer? We can reschedule. The wedding. U.S. Each word lands like a stone. I can't marry you. The room tilts sideways. I grip the edge of my dining table, wedding magazines sliding onto the floor. James, what are you talking about? Yesterday we were picking honeymoon destinations. Your family showed me proof. His voice hardens. About the alcoholism. The mental instability you've been hiding from me. My stomach turns to ice. What? What alcoholism? What instability? Your mother and sister came to my office today. The formal tone in his voice is one I've never heard directed at me. They had documentation, Davina. Medical records, incidents, things you never told me about. My throat constricts. None of that is true, James. You know me. Do I? The question hangs between us. They showed me reports from the rehab facility you attended last year. The same time you told me you were at that event planning conference in Chicago. The room spins faster. I've never been to rehab. I was at that conference. I have the badge, the photos, the contacts I made. They're lying, I whisper, my voice trembling. I don't understand why, but they're lying. Your mother cried, Davina. She said they've been covering for you for years, that they did mirror, searching my face. The same blue eyes look back, wide with shock. The same hands that have never shaken from withdrawal tremble now with the force of betrayal. A memory surfaces. Blair's face when I announced our engagement at Christmas dinner. The flash of something in her eyes before she arranged her features into a smile. Mom's too bright voice. Well, this is certainly a surprise. My confusion turns to dawning clarity. The boyfriend in college, who suddenly stopped calling after meeting my family. The job interview for the event planning firm that mysteriously fell through after a reference check. The client who canceled after Blair happened to run into them at a charity function. I stand straighter, my reflection sharpening into focus. This isn't the first relationship they've interfered with. My hands shake as I pick up my phone, blocking James's number, his email, his social media accounts. I can't bear to see the photos of us still displayed on his pages, evidence of a happiness that evaporated in a 5-minute phone call. 20 minutes later, I'm parking outside Blair's apartment building, my heart pounding against my ribs. The elevator ride to the 14th floor stretches into eternity. She opens the door with a champagne flute in hand. Her expression shifts from surprise to something like satisfaction when she sees my face. Well, hello, little sister. Shouldn't you be finalizing wedding plans? The false concern in her voice makes my stomach twist. Why? The single word is all I can manage. Blair takes a leisurely sip from her glass. He deserved to know the truth, Davina. We were protecting him. There is no truth. You fabricated everything. She leans against the doorframe, blocking my entrance. Did we? Or did you just convince yourself that your problems aren't real? That's what unstable people do, you know. Heat rushes into my face. You destroyed my relationship, my engagement.
Need your help. My mother and sister have been spreading lies about me. They just destroyed my engagement by convincing James I'm an unstable alcoholic with fabricated medical records.
Silence, then. Come to my office. If they lied about you, that's defamation. We can address this legally. For the first time since James's call, I feel a small measure of relief. Someone believes me, without question. 30 minutes later, I sat in Margaret's warm office. Her law degrees hang on the wall behind her desk, a reminder of her formidable reputation. The room smells of leather and lavender, and the steady click of her pen as she takes notes provides an anchor for my spiraling thoughts. Start from the beginning, she says, and don't leave anything out. I tell her everything, from James's call to Blair's smug confession. Margaret listens, her expression grave but unsurprised, as if she's heard stories like mine before. When I finish, she places a hand on my shoulder. You're not alone in this fight, Davina. Family can cause the deepest wounds, but they don't have the right to destroy your life with lies. I could retreat, nurse my wounds in private, try to rebuild quietly. Or I could fight, expose the truth, reclaim my life and reputation. Looking at Margaret's determined face, I make my choice. They've taken my fiancé, twisted my history, isolated me from people I love. I silently vow no more. Margaret's law office becomes command central over the next 3 days. I watch her methodical approach with growing admiration and mounting horror as years of coincidences transform into deliberate sabotage under her trained eye. See this pattern? Margaret slides another document across her desk. Every serious relationship you've had ended within 2 weeks of introducing them to your family. I trace the timeline she's created, my throat tightening. College boyfriend Michael, Thomas from my first job, Jason to shake. They've been planning this, actually planning how to destroy my engagement. Not just your engagement. Margaret pulls out a folder bulging with notes. Your neighbor Mrs. Wilkins mentioned your mother had private conversations with her about being concerned for your stability. The Henderson wedding you organized? Blair introduced the client to a competing planner, suggesting you might be unreliable.